Hi everybody. So today I'm going to do a review of the Church Bible Publishers Note Takers Bible. So this one is going to be a red letter edition. This particular Bible measures out at 9 7/8 inches tall, 6 7/8 inches wide, and it is 2 inches thick. So we're going to have nice head and tail bands, really nicely done gold gilding. Their gilding is some of the absolute best, and you can see that that's like a mirror. But really nicely done gilding. They always do a fantastic job. This is going to be the brown ironed calfskin. Got that perimeter stitching all the way around the perimeter, and then you can see just inside the perimeter, we can see that tool line that goes all the way around. So really a pretty cover. And the more you use it, the more that grain pattern comes out. On the spine, we're going to have Holy Bible, Authorized King James, and CBP. And then we've got those raised ribs. I just love the looks of their Bibles. They're so nicely done. And then, like I said, any time that you use this and the more you handle it, the more that grain pattern comes out. So this is going to have an imitation leather liner. It is stamped iron calfskin. And then we can see that perimeter stitching and how nicely they do these corners. Really done well, and just a nice cover. This is an edge-lined Bible, so this liner is going to be tabbed up onto this block. And then these first pages are going to be stuck together just to add some extra durability, so don't pull those apart. And because of those pages, it is going to be a little bit more stiff right there until you've used it and broke it in a little bit. But we're going to have some blank cardstock pages. We've got some stitching here, some nice sewn binding. But these pages are great for notes. You can write down prayers, stuff like that. And we're going to have our presentation page. We will have the family record pages, page for children and marriages, and then again some more stitching. Then we've got another one for marriages, grandchildren, and then deaths. And then we've got our title page. So this particular one here, I'll have the model number in the description box. So it's the red letter note takers. We will have the translators to the reader, and the print on this is really nice and bold, so it makes this really nice to read. Now the paper does have just a slight sheen to it. I don't know if I can get the camera to pick it up. You can probably see it more on the top of the page. You see a little bit of glare on there. But I don't read sitting under this light, so that doesn't bother me at all. I just love their Bibles. We also have the epistle dedicatory. We've got the list of all the books of the Bible, Old and New Testament, and then the alphabetical list, and then we get right into the text. Now the nice thing about the note takers is you can see how wide these margins are. So we've got a single column verse by verse with an 11-point font, and then we've got 2.5-inch margins. And they've even come out with a journaling edition which has 3.5-inch margins. So basically this same Bible, but it's just going to be an inch wider. So I'm going to get you a close-up on the text. So nice and readable, nice and bold. We can see next to the 14 there, we see the little pilcrow mark. So those, if you're not familiar with the KJV, that's going to be when a new paragraph would start if this was in paragraph format. But having these nice wide margins is just fantastic. So here in Genesis chapter 10, we can see that it is not self-pronouncing, so you're not going to have any self-pronouncing text. But one nice thing with the way that they have this line on there, since there's no lines on the wide margin portion, one thing you can do is take a piece of paper that's lined, and if you just have a straight line on there, you could line that up with the line here. And then, let me get you closer so you can see that. You'll be able to see that you can see those lines underneath, so you can keep your notes nice and straight. So that is one nice thing. They also always send you, when you order a Bible, they send you a business card. So there's their information. And then you can always use that against there and write to keep your notes straight. I like using a piece of paper because then if your pens happen to slightly bleed through it all, it's not going to get on the other page. I always use the Pigma Micron 005s. Those do an excellent job. We're going to have 2 ribbon markers in a honey gold. They're cut nicely, really a pretty color. They are double-sided satin. So the color of these ribbons, I think, look really nice with the gold gilding and then with that brown cover. That's just a really pretty combination. We're going to get into the New Testament. We've got our second ribbon. So same color, plus they're long enough to use, so I do like that. And then we're going to get a close-up of our red letter. The red letter is done very well. Now you may have spots, and I've only seen just one in here, where the print was just slightly less bold on the red, but just one little spot, so that certainly doesn't bother me. I just love their Bibles. So really nice shade of red. We've got the verse numbers in black. So it's great to have an 11-point font that's super readable, easy on the eyes, and to have 2.5-inch margins. It's just a great combination. And I'm not sure why I had that page marked, probably because I was, okay, so, all right, so that's the slightly lighter shade of red. And I don't know if the camera is going to be able to really pick it up. It's even hard to see with the naked eye, but it's just ever so slightly, just a hair not quite as bold. Now we're going to get back to the end of the New Testament, and we will see that it is red letter all the way through, so you got more space here for notes as well. But then they've added back the Concordance. So this Bible is going to be a little bit thicker than some of their previous editions, and I'm really glad that they added this back. I always like it when a Bible has a Concordance. Even though I don't use them a whole ton, I just kind of like knowing that it's back there. So nice Concordance. It's going to be 196 pages, so decent size. And then we've got just another blank page there, and then we get into our full color maps. We're going to have 15 maps. They are on a matte finish, thicker cardstock paper, but I like these maps. I like the colors in them. I think they're done well. I don't have any problems reading these. There's one that is a little bit harder to read, and I'll point that one out, but that's just because I have bad vision. Then we've got some stitching there in the gutter, so nicely done sewn binding. So again, 15 maps. And with them being on the matte finish, you could take some notes on these if you wanted to. So the only one that I have a harder time reading is this one here, because this print right here is kind of small for my eyes, but most people could probably read it. And we've got some more stitching. So excellent sewn bindings on all of their Bibles. Plus they offer a lot of different cover options too. So we're going to have a few more pages of blank cardstock. So again, more places to take more notes, or you can do a travel log or jot down some prayers. But just a beautifully done Bible. And you can see just the grain on that. But really nice. If you wanted to, you could roll that up, but I don't do that to my Bibles. But just a gorgeous Bible. I would definitely recommend Church Bible Publishers. I love their Bibles. They've got a ton of different options, lots of different leather styles. And what I'll do is I'll link the video to the different types of leather to this one, so that you can look at that. And if you like this particular type of Bible, you can look and see what other cover options they have. On the red letter, they've just got the black and the brown right now, but you might be able to do, they've also got what's called Build a Bible, where you can customize one, pick your text block, pick your cover. You can do different ribbons and have them longer. So that's a really neat option as well. And I will also link their information in the description box. And I would like to thank them for sending out this copy for review. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.